Are fountain pens actually good for drawing? In this video, I'll test it out in my sketchbook, share the thumbnail drawings I make with it, and at the end, I'll give you my honest take on what this pen is great for and where it might fall short. So if you're new to fountain pens or just curious whether the Lamy Safari is worth it for drawing, you're in the right place. This is the Lamy Safari fountain pen in a charcoal case, and this is the extra fine or EF pen nib. I ordered it from Amazon 6 months ago. At the time I paid about $15 for it, but now I think it's around $35. I also bought a 5-pack of ink cartridges in black. This is what the packaging looks like. The pen actually came with a blue ink cartridge, but I'm not a fan of drawing in blue, so that's why I purchased the 5-pack of the black ink cartridges. This is what it looks like. To install the ink cartridge, you just twist this off, and then you insert the cartridge here. Be sure that you press down hard enough so that you puncture this and allow the ink to flow through. It starts working pretty much immediately, which is great. First impressions of the pen, I love the build. It doesn't feel too heavy to hold. This isn't metal. There's indentations here on the pen which feel nice in my hand, but depending on how you hold your pen, this might not work for you. Writing and drawing with fountain pens can take some getting used to, but the main reason I purchased this is I love the design of the pen. I saw a few other illustrators using it, and I wanted to try it out. So let's get into the drawing tests. I drew my cat, a San Francisco Victorian home, and some lettering. I wanted to use a variety of subjects to really test the versatility of this pen. These are some initial pen tests and a little bit of cross-hatching, so you can get a guide on how thick the line is. For the first drawing, I tested different types of lines, so curved lines for the face of the cat, small and medium lines for the fur. For the architectural drawing, I really wanted to test doing longer straight lines and seeing how it felt to drag this pen across the paper of my sketchbook. Remember, the fountain pen is made out of metal, so it is a different experience to draw with compared to other drawing pens that might have a felt tip. Here with the lettering, I was testing with even longer lines to go along the sides of the lettering, and I also played around with more condensed cross-hatching so you can see how it looks to build one layer of line on top of the other. And here I was testing what it would be like to fill a shape with the fountain pen. Most of these drawings are line work only and a little bit of cross-hatching. But what about filling shapes with this pen? Of course, you could continue to layer the pen to get a rich, deeper black, but I wanted to leave a little bit of texture because I like that look in my drawings. So how did it feel to draw with this pen? I really enjoy holding and using this pen to draw with. It feels great. So what is the Lamy Safari pen good for? I would say it's great for detailed line work, for small to medium sized drawings like my cat and the architecture drawing here. It's also great for slowing down in the sketching process. I did enjoy the experience of drawing with it. So if you're looking to slow down and create a meditative-like sketching experience, then this could be a great pen for you. But what is it not good for? I would definitely not recommend this pen for working fast. Remember, you are dragging metal across paper, which, as I said, it feels different. And depending on the type of paper you use and how hard you dig into the paper, you might actually puncture it. And also depending on how quick you are with your line work, you might lose some of the flow with it, which you can sort of see in some of these lines, but I was creating that effect on purpose as I was trying to create loose lines with not a lot of detail, but you might start to lose some of the ink flow depending on how fast you're drawing. I would say it's also not great for filling in large shapes. It's better to use cross-hatching or another pen altogether if you wanted to fill large areas or shapes in your drawings. Instead, I would use this fountain pen more for the fundamental line work and then try using other pens to layer on and create more depth. So what are my final thoughts? Do I recommend the Lamy Safari fountain pen for sketching? Yes and no. If you've never used fountain pens or are looking for your first essential drawing tools, I would say this isn't it. But if you love experimenting with new tools and want to try something different, then I would recommend trying it out. But don't expect it to be a great all-around sketching pen. I know it won't be for me. Instead, it's more of a fun addition to my toolkit that I'll use every once in a while. So what are your thoughts on drawing with fountain pens? Have you used the Lamy Safari pen, or is there another fountain pen you prefer? Let me know in the comments below. And if you've ever been curious about the perfect brush pen, then you might want to check out this video next where I test 8 different brush pens to find out which are the best ones and which ones to avoid.